Welcome to Echo Mountain. Hello! Okay, I just arrived to the Sam Merrill Trail. It's about a little after 9 a.m. and I'm going to do the hike to Echo Mountain and then the hike to Inspiration Peak. Here we go. Okay, so I just arrived at the Sam Merrill Trail. You have to enter through the Cobb Estate here in Altadena, and I'm hiking up to Echo Mountain, and then I'm going on another trail to Inspiration Point. The first hike to Echo Mountain is about 5 miles round trip, and then the hike to Inspiration Point is another 10 miles round trip. So a lot of hiking today. Here we go. Okay, I'm at my first lookout point on the trail, and there was fires recently, just yesterday in Griffith Park and over in Malibu. It looks like the air's pretty clear over here, but over there it's pretty bad. It's crazy how about a half a mile in, you start getting hellos and good mornings from people. If you do that down on the streets, nobody will say anything, especially in LA culture. It's not that common to say hello or good morning or anything like that, but you get just a little way into the trail and everybody's mentalities changes and there's a camaraderie and it's a really cool feeling. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, there's a lot of climbing on this trail. It just keeps going up and up, but it's a really nice trail, really nice view. Yeah, there's a lot of trail runners on this trail. I've even seen one mountain bike, but I don't think it's a great trail for mountain biking because it's very steep, but it's really good for trail running. So people like this hike because it's close to LA. It took me about 35 minutes to drive here, and that's from the west side. And USA Today once rated this trail one of the 10 great North American hikes. You can see why. It's pretty hard to see that arrow, but you go to your right. Okay, I think I'm nearing the peak. I'm starting to see a lot of people and a lot of sites of all the attractions that used to be up here. Now they're just historical sites.
Well, yeah, you changed here from the Cardinal way to the one that went to the... There we go.
Hello! I think that's Inspiration Point up there. Hello! I can't hear the echo when I do it, but I heard the echo from somebody else. It actually kicks in a few seconds later. Woo! Could hear it? Yeah.
Hello!
Okay, so I made it to the top to Echo Mountain. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to make it up here. It's about 2.5 miles, and I'm going to... It's actually a beautiful day up on this side of the hill. You can see all the smoke from the fire in the western part of LA. But I'm going to continue up to Inspiration Point from here, and we'll see how that goes. Here we go. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was the right trail because it's kind of hidden away to go to Inspiration Point. So I just confirmed with AllTrails, my GPS app, that this is the right trail. Thanks. Some parts of this trail are starting to get steep now, and we're climbing. Just heard a weird sound. It's like it's echoing from like a cable car or something. It's weird. So I'm working my way up, and I just rounded the corner here, and look what I saw. It's Inspiration Point. Okay, we're just coming up on Inspiration Point. That was pretty tough. Okay, so I made it at Inspiration Point at about 1 o'clock. It took about 2 hours from Echo Mountain. It's only about two miles, so I was going very slow, doing a lot of camera work, but also it's very steep, so it's a slow climb. A lot of people could probably do it faster than me. And that's Mount Wilson on the other side. So they have all these pipes to help you look out and find different places. It's not too clear of a day, so you can't really see high visibility up here. And also these are just really tubes or pipes. They don't really magnify anything, so it just helps you find it. Echo Mountain was 2 miles away, and all the way back to the Lake Avenue trailhead is 4.7 miles. And you can also take the Sam Merrill Trail, which is only 0.3 miles from here, and that'll take you back to Lake. But I believe it's only 0.3 miles from here to there, and then you still have to hike the Sam Merrill Trail, so I don't know how long that is. It's probably around 4.7 miles. So I've heard it's actually a little longer. So the fastest way is the steep route that I came up, and that takes a while. So now I'm gonna head back. So I decided to take the fire road back to the Sam Merrill Trail. Supposedly it's a little bit longer, but I think it'll be much faster because you don't have the switchbacks and less climbing even for the downhill. So hopefully this is a good call. A big part about being out here is seeing new things, and I think taking another route is always nice because you get to see the other parts of the mountain. Like this trail is gonna go around the other side of the mountain, where on the way up I had to zigzag through the canyon over there. It's nice to see different parts. You know, that's what getting out here in the mountains is about. I'm not really competing for any times or trying to go on any schedule, so just enjoying it out here. I guess these are all the fire roads, so you can get to Mount Wilson Toll Road, Idle Hour, Mount Love, Sunset Ridge, and Inspiration Point. Yeah, but I'm going to take the Sam Merrill Road back, or the Sam Merrill Trail. It's hard to say goodbye to the peak of these mountains. Wow, the Sam Merrill Trail is significantly easier. If you want to get to Inspiration Point, I recommend that route. If you want an easier route, I'm taking it back. You can always go down through the canyon, but that climb was pretty tough on the way up. And you have some nice views of the mountain, although there's a lot more trees here. But it's a pretty level hike a lot of the way so far. Very gradual, and it's only a half a mile longer, so that's not too bad. You can move a lot faster when you're not climbing. Yeah, gotta stop for the view. Just rounding that corner, the temperature changed drastically. It was probably like a 10-degree change. Much warmer on this side where the sun is. You can really see the effect of the recent fires. You know, as the day's gone on, more smoke has poured in. And up here, the air's pretty fresh, and I don't feel any problems with the smoke. But it looks like it's all down there. I guess that's why they have everybody wear masks, you know, down on the streets whenever there's fires. So if you hike to the end of this point on the Merrill Trail right before you get down to Echo Mountain, there's a little Christmas tree at the end, or actually a big Christmas tree. This is one of the more popular trails to Echo Mountain, and a lot of people continue up to Inspiration Point. But even in these mountains, it's hard to find some peace and quiet. It's nice that so many people take advantage of what's out here, but it's also just getting out here. It's one of the rare times that I haven't run into people, and I can see them all over right now, even where I'm sitting here. Just wanted to take a moment and kind of enjoy the peace and quiet here. It's pretty hard to believe that this is just over 30 minutes from LA. I have to say, a hike is better than a lot of other workouts in the sense that once you commit, you kind of have to get yourself off the mountain. There's no other way. There's not a, you know, once you make it to the top of the mountain, there's no other way to get back than to walk back yourself, unless you get injured and you need rescuers or something. But for the most part, you have to walk yourself back off this mountain. It forces you to live up to what you set out for. Now, you could turn back early and do things like that, but just nice to push yourself and realize what you can actually do, because it's a lot more than you expect. There's the Christmas tree. Yep. You can see Echo Mountain from here. Go 4, and I made it to Echo Mountain. I left at Inspiration Point at about 1:45. I've stopped a few times just to record and so on. I thought I was moving fast though, but not very fast for 2.5 miles. There's a lot of switchbacks though. And we're starting to get back into the ruins and a lot of the old town that they had up here with the casino and everything. Okay, so this is one last look at the view from Echo Mountain. The smoke from those fires really kicked in, so it's not much visibility out here, but still pretty nice. It's only around 3:30 p.m. and it feels like sunset because of the fires. Okay, made it back to the trailhead. Okay, so that took a little over 6 hours, and it was about 11.8 miles of hiking, and pretty awesome day. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Peace.